Everyone thinks America's secret space race began much later. They are profoundly wrong. In 1962, amidst the escalating Cold War, a clandestine operation unfolded, a shadow mission whispered about in hushed tones for decades. It wasn't Project Mercury nor Gemini, but something far more audacious and far more hidden. This was the Phantom rocket, an unacknowledged launch, shrouded in official denials and obscured by a veil of national security. Its very existence challenged the public narrative of America's space program. The year 1962 was a crucible. The Cuban Missile Crisis brought the world to the brink, and the space race was in full, frantic sprint. Every launch was a geopolitical statement, every failure a propaganda coup for the Soviets. Against this backdrop, the idea of a secret space mission seems almost unthinkable. Yet, the evidence, pieced together from declassified fragments and anecdotal accounts, paints a compelling picture. Our story begins not with a bang, but with a peculiar observation. Astronomers, both amateur and professional, began reporting an unidentified object in orbit, one that didn't match any publicly declared satellite. This wasn't a fleeting meteor. It was a persistent, artificial presence. Calculations showed it was in an unusual polar orbit, a trajectory less common for early communication or reconnaissance satellites. Whispers began in scientific circles. Was this a Soviet craft they hadn't announced, or something else entirely? The official channels, predictably, offered no explanation, deepening the intrigue. The narrative solidified around a single, compelling theory. The Phantom rocket was an American project, so sensitive its existence had to be erased from public record, even from the carefully curated history of the space race. But what could be so vital, so strategic, that it required such extreme secrecy? The prevailing theory points to an early reconnaissance satellite designed to gather intelligence over Soviet territory. In 1962, photographic reconnaissance from space was still in its infancy. The Corona program was active, but its capabilities were evolving. Perhaps this Phantom was a testbed for new, more advanced imaging technology. Another hypothesis suggests it might have been related to missile defense, an early attempt at space-based detection or tracking of ballistic missiles. The Cuban Missile Crisis certainly underscored this urgent need. The difficulty in confirming its existence lies in the systemic declassification process. Many projects from that era remain heavily redacted or simply, officially never happened. However, former intelligence officials and aerospace engineers, speaking off the record, have hinted at such black projects. They suggest a culture where secrecy was paramount, often overriding public transparency. The Phantom rocket could have been a military-grade satellite launched from a then-secret site, like Vandenberg Air Force Base, which later became a key launch location for classified missions. The enduring mystery isn't just about what it was, but why the complete and utter denial. Was it to protect sensitive technology, or to avoid escalating an already tense international climate with a new, unannounced capability? Some argue the very act of a secret launch during peacetime would have been seen as an aggressive move by the Soviets, potentially triggering a dangerous counter-response. Secrecy, then, was a form of strategic deterrence. Today, the Phantom rocket remains a historical footnote, a ghost in the annals of space exploration. Its story serves as a stark reminder that the history we're told is often incomplete, shaped by geopolitical realities. It highlights the immense power of classified programs and the lengths nations would go to in the race for technological supremacy, even if it meant rewriting the narrative of their own pioneering achievements. The Phantom rocket of 1962, America's possible first secret space mission, continues to orbit the fringes of our understanding, a silent testament to a hidden chapter in humanity's reach for the stars. Discover the hidden history of the Soviets' own Phantom space missions in our next deep dive.